Good morning, Pacifica. This is George Ocean, one of the counselors here, and today we're going to just show you how to maneuver through your application process for Pacific Coast High School. Pacific Coast High School is outside of Garden Grove Unified, so there's an application that you do have to submit, and this is only referencing students who are interested in health or trig or pre-calc for advancement. So if you're doing health, it's just this one application and that needs to be submitted. If you're doing trig or pre-calc, it's going to be this application in addition to a really quick, easy supplemental form that needs to be completed. It's a non-GGUSD form that needs to be signed and sent back our way. So trig, pre-calc, there's two different forms. Health, it's just going to be one, and it's going to be this one that I'm showing you now. So consider this your orientation that was supposed to be going on the 24th. You can start submitting your application to your counselor via email as early as April 13th. They do have first come, first serve. There's a pretty cool app that you can use that will convert your pictures into a PDF. So you can use that via email and that would work. If not, just take the simple picture and send it our way and we'll figure it out for you. For those who are doing health, it's going to be 100% online, and you do have access to it 24/7. For those who are doing trig and pre-calc, typically there is a walk-in final. You have to be there in person, but because of the situation that we're in, that might be adjusted. So just get the direction from Pacific Coast High School. They'll give you more information on that. It's a little bit too soon to tell if it's going to be 100% online or not, but health is always 100% online. The courses start July 1st. They end August 12th. With trig and pre-calc, it's pretty much those 6 weeks to get 10 credits. When it comes to health, it's lighter. So most kids don't need 6 weeks to finish this class. It goes as fast as you go. You do have to submit weekly submissions, but it's not a heavy course at all. The cool thing is that if you take it now, you wouldn't have to take it later on. And it's that one class that just offers 5 credits. So it's a semester-long class. So a lot of kids like taking it now, so they don't have to. So it doesn't have to interfere with their future schedule. If you are attending summer school, you will not have access to health, pre-calc, or trig. It's either Garden Grove Unified Summer School or Pacific Coast High School Summer School. There's two different districts doing two different things. So just keep that in mind. So if you're assigned to summer school, you will not be able to do Pacific Coast High School. You wouldn't be able to do the health. So the forms must be completed online, and I'm going to show you. I'm going to walk through it real quick. There is a course login sheet that you get with the form. Make sure you keep that to have the web address, your username, and your password. You are going to need to scan the 6-page application and email it to your counselor. As of, we'll start taking them April 13th, so a little bit right after spring break. If your form is incomplete, Pacific Coast High School will not process your form. So you have to make sure it's completed 100%, and we're going to give you a cheat sheet to make sure that you have no errors. So once you're signed up with Pacific Coast High School, you'll get a confirmation email. And that confirmation email is going to have the website, the username, the password, and that's given by Pacific Coast High School. It doesn't belong to Pacifica. It's on Pacific Coast High School, so it's outside of our district. And they will give you a report card once you're done with the course, and they'll give us a report card as well, where we'll get that information and put it onto your transcripts. So if you start it and you don't finish it, you will get a W, which is equivalent to an F. So you have to make sure that if you start it and you can't finish, you have to withdraw. You have to drop the course. Otherwise, it's going to come up on your transcripts. So just keep that in mind. So here's the email address for your counselors. You can always pause the video and just kind of write it down. But I do want to show you the application. Just a little slow. Okay. So this is their webpage. It's pchs.cal k12.ca.us. Again, you can always pause the video. Once you scroll down, this will generate this little quick pop-up. So just click Enrollment Instructions. And then scroll down again. Find your district, which is Garden Grove. And then scroll down again. Make sure it says July, August, Garden Grove. And it's going to be the second link, Enrollment Packet. So click that. It's a fill-in, but before you can start typing, you're going to have to download it first. So you'll download the application, save it, and then bring it back up. I know it's kind of weird, but it won't let you type unless you download it first. So now that it's downloaded, I can start typing information in. I went ahead and did one just for us to see. And again, it has to, this is a registration form because you're enrolling into a different school. So it has to be perfect. So you can't leave any blanks. And we'll give you a cheat sheet to make sure that you have everything filled in. So make sure you put your name, your phone number, and these are the different classes that they offer. Typically students do the health one, and other kids do the trig or the pre-calculus. You're only allowed to do 10 credits, so technically if you really wanted to make up a D, you could do a second course on here if you're doing health, but you're going to need counselor approval for that one, so reach out to your counselor to get more information. You cannot leave anything blank. It's asking here if you have an IEP. If you know what an IEP is and you're part of those meetings, there's a high chance that you're going to have an IEP. If you never heard of that, it doesn't pertain to you. Same deal with the 504. If you have a 504, let them know. We'll send over your plan. If you don't have one, just tell them no, you don't have one. And if you have a health plan as well, so if the nurse has a specific health form that you submitted, if there's a health condition, just let them know. And then once you're done with the entire application, you're going to have to print it out, and parents do need to sign. You also have to sign as well. And then you have to initial once it's completed, printed. It's asking you about your home language. Do not leave any of them blank. If you're given them permission to release information to the media, yes or no, it's up to you. Do not leave your emergency information blank, so just fill it in. Again, there's a bunch of signatures that you're going to need signed. If there's one missing, the district will now process your application. So the way it works is that you send it to us, you send it to the district, this district checks it to make sure you're eligible. If it's good, they'll send it to Pacific Coast High School. If it's not, they'll send it back to us, and then we have to send it back to you, and that loses a lot of time. So this is the rest of the application. This is your registration form. So make sure that you have your birth date, make sure you have your language. All this needs to be filled out, your address. Do not leave anything blank. For parent information, it's just one parent. You don't have to put both. Do not leave any of these boxes blank. When it comes to your race, there's a cheat sheet on the following page that gives you a rubric on what number to put. A guide on what number to put. Here's the guide, the codes. For the second part, just type in Pacifica High School, Garden Grove Unified, and the date that you enrolled. And again, more information. This is a registration form. We'll submit a copy of your transcript, so we'll take care of that part for you. Again, it's asking if you have a 504 IEP health plan, let them know. And then you got to go to the middle part. Same deal. This is a special education if you're in it or not. And then if you're LPAC, If you're English only, just don't leave any of these blank. If you don't know, email your counselor and we can help you out with this part right here. We can help you out with all this, but make an attempt to fill it out. If you have questions, let us know. And then there's some more signatures down here once it's printed. And this is the form that we were referring to, where you're going to write down your username and your password once it's submitted. And this is the website that you're going to go. But once you get your confirmation email from Pacific Coast High School, they'll give you all this information. So you got to make sure that you get the email. So again, use the app to scan your pictures over to PDF and just send those our way. And then if you're doing trig or pre-calc, we'll reach out and give you the non-GGUSD form that needs to be filled out in addition to this form. So if you have any questions, email your counselors. Thank you so much, and hopefully I did not take up too much of your time.